So today's reel is going to be about how much you should work out to get results. And the reason I'm making this video is because I work with, busy professional people with busy schedules. And a lot of times, the most common thing I see is, oh, I'll start when I have time. I'm just waiting till I have time. I've struggled to have time to go to the gym. And I can promise you that if I can do it, you can do it. Because the truth is I don't spend that much time in the gym, probably 3 hours per week. And a lot of people ask me, oh, well, you're a trainer. What do you do when you're not in the gym? Like, hardly ever in the gym. And the truth is, the reason I do that is because I have what I like to call a scalable model, which is I do the only things that are required to get the results, right? Because I do like working out and it feels great going and, getting a sweat on. But the thing is, when you have a busy schedule and you want to keep results, you want to do only what's required and be very efficient with what you're doing. A lot of people automatically assume a certain level of sacrifice and they think, oh, I need to go 5 hours per week in the gym, 10 hours per week in the gym. And so I'm gonna wait until I have 5 hours of free time before I'm gonna go to the gym. Or, oh, I need to work out 2 hours per day or 2 hours every time I go to the gym. I don't have 2 hours today, I can't go to the gym. And the truth is that is a self-limiting belief. And a lot of times with influencers out there, they make working out a big deal, and that's because they don't have the same goals as a busy professional. They have goals as someone who wants to get into bodybuilding training, and they want to get really, really, really serious about the gym. And the truth is, if your goal is to lose weight, get to a healthy body fat percentage, and have a good aesthetic and have that visible muscle that's going to make your body look nice, you can do that in such a short amount of time. Or not short amount of time, but you can do that without spending countless hours in the gym. And so that's kind of the message that I want to get across. And when I was living in Boston, I was working about 120 hours per week. And I'm not kidding. I was working 3 jobs. I would get up around 4 in the morning. I would work till around 9, and then I'd go work at a restaurant. And then after I got home, I would either keep working on my business or I had another job at the gym. So basically 16 hours a day for the entirety of the week, I was working. And the truth is, how did I do it? I only worked out 2 times per week. I only worked out 2 times per week for about 45 minutes at a time. Because you'll realize, maybe you're working full time and you're like, oh, well, I'm working full time, I can't go to the gym. There are a lot of extra hours in the week. And trust me, with weight loss does not take any extra time. I mean, if you think about it, weight loss is eating in a caloric deficit. It does not take more time to eat less food. Simple as that. You do not need to change the way you're eating in order to lose weight. You need to change the quantity of the foods that you're eating to lose weight. Eat the same shit that you're eating right now, just eat less of it. And if you're eating a bunch of shit food, then it's going to make it's going to make it miserable. So I recommend eating foods that are higher in volume because it's going to make it more enjoyable. But it really doesn't matter what you eat. It matters that you get in a caloric deficit until you hit your goal. And it matters that if you want to, put on strength, you get stronger in the gym. You don't need to work out 5 times per week. You can work out 2 times per week or 3 times per week. And as long as you're getting stronger every week, your body's going to build muscle. Now, maybe it's not as efficient, or maybe you're not going to get, as good of results as if you work out 5 times per week and you have perfect macros and you go, train like a bodybuilder. But is that really the lifestyle that you want to live? Is that really what your goal is? Or is your goal to be able to go on vacation and look good? Be able to take your shirt off, have people go, oh shit, who's that? If that's your goal, you can achieve that in such a small amount of time each week. And it really, it pains me, seeing people struggle with time and struggle with not being able to make it to the gym and figuring out something that fits with their schedule. Because and the truth is, that's why I do what I do, is because once I was working 120 hours per week, Once I was I've worked night shift, I've worked so many different types of schedules. I've even worked, when I was working 120 hours a week, I was not cooking at all. I was not cooking. The only meal that I would cook, it took me 5 minutes from start to finish, from when I started making it to when I finished eating. That was the only meal that I cooked. Everything else, I would get a meal at the restaurant, I would get Chipotle on the way home, things like that. So if you're not where you want to be and you feel like you have certain restrictions with getting there, most of the 99% of the time, it's something that is a limiting belief that you have, right? And it's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. You just have to figure out what works for your schedule and figure out a system that's going to get you to where you want to be without sacrificing the things, long term.